everybody, Keith Hilson at the Trombone Shop at Schmidt Music back with another accessory review for you. Today, I'm going to be taking a look at another one of the Trumcor mute offerings, specifically their lyric mute. So just as a quick reminder, Trumcor mutes, obviously made right here in the US. They have a history of a couple different mute makers kind of that they brought into the fold. They do a few metal mutes, both on the trombone, trumpet end, and others, but I think they're more honestly known for their fiber mutes. So the lyric mute is one of these, so it's a fiber style straight mute. So I'm going to be taking a play on this so you can hear it in action, then we'll talk about it more afterwards. I've talked in the past about how much I like the Trumcor mutes. A handful of weeks ago, I did a review of their vintage tone mute, which is their version of the Shastock solo tone mute. And I've had experience with their other mutes as well. Frankly, for us in the branch shop, they have more awareness on the trumpet end. The Trumcor mutes have been a really popular choice in the trumpet world for quite a while here. And in the trombone world, we're a little bit different mute in some of our mute needs, and frankly, a lot of us are not buying mutes as often as some trumpet players are. No offense to trumpet players, it's just we have different needs, we different expenses, sizes, all this kind of stuff here. But I personally think that the Trumcor mutes need a lot more exposure because I think they play awesome. So one of the things that gets me with the Trumcor mutes, every single one that I've played thus far, is how responsive they are and how good the intonation is. So that is the reason, for example, I did the scale first, open, and then with the mute, so you could hear how similar the intonation was and the response was between the open horn and the muted horn. I found that the upper register, the last couple notes, the eighth partial was maybe just a hair flat, but it was extremely, extremely subtle, and I don't know that I even necessarily would have had to adjust for it at all. Other than that, hopefully you could hear how the lower register worked into the trigger range, into the pedal range. Everything just clicks, responds right away. You don't get any of the stuffiness, any of the pushback, at least anywhere near what you get with a lot of other mutes, especially other fiber mutes. We know that some of the other really well-designed metal straight mutes can help with some of that, but again, really amazed with how good of a job this does with that. Then, after that, I love the sound of this mute. It's interesting. I feel like maybe because of the design, because we have this real flat ridge here, I feel like I, as a player, maybe get a little bit more feedback. And so a little bit of that might be jaded, but I think that this is such a well-balanced, straight mute sound. I think it has projection. I think you get a lot of that. I'm not going to say buzz because I don't think that's what these do, and that's why I think they're a really nice option. We know with our metal straight mutes, any of our metal mutes, there is always that little bit of a metallic ping in the middle of sound. There's that buzz, that energy to it, which a lot of people really like, and that really helps with projection. But there's a difference in the timbre here I like. I always describe it as a little bit of a woodiness. But that's not necessarily, not the same way like in saxophone world where we talk about sometimes, certain mouthpieces being reedy. I think with this, it's just a little bit more balanced sound. I think it's a little bit warmer, but you can still get that edge. And that's why I tried to show a little bit in a couple of the different Tomasi excerpts that I played, that you could still get some of that real brightness, you can get some of that real energy and a little bit of that sizzle with it, but the core stayed a little bit different. It didn't get really super bright and edgy to the point where all you could hear was the vibration. Maybe the core of the sound wasn't quite the same there. By the way, as a quick aside, on the Tomasi when I played, yes, I do know the third movement does not use the straight mute. I just wanted to showcase a few fast passages with it, so please don't skewer me on that. So, overall, again, I really, really like these mutes. Now, just like anytime we're dealing with a little bit more premium product, they are a little more expensive. All of that being said, I think that they have at least the potential for a lot of longevity to it. They're extremely well made. They come across as extremely durable. Besides the fiber structure that they're using with it, they are using wood reinforcement, so the bottom is wood and elsewhere. They feel substantial in the hand. They don't feel like they're a cheap, light little product. And so I don't see any reason why, especially with a little bit of care, why they won't last you as long as, say Humes and Berg, or frankly even a lot of the other metal mute options out there. But I think that they are a really, really nice alternative to some of the other options out there. And again, for me, it's the performance, how well they play, how little they impact, the player, but how much they bring as far as the timbre, the sound that we're looking for. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed the review here. If you have any thoughts, questions about the Trumcor Lyric Mute or any of the other Trumcor offerings or other mutes as well, feel free to leave those in the comments below. If you liked the video, consider giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, think about subscribing to our channel. And as always, you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So thanks for watching, everybody.